It's funny how people can stab you in the back when you've been there for them from the start. First of all, I started YouTube in 2016. You didn't even know I existed until like a month ago. Some people just want fame, but last time I recall, when I made a collab with Ft.Zestyy, I lost subs. And speaking of Ft.Zestyy, didn't you guys make a song together?
Hey, your girl, mommy finna take the eye, shawty wanna rap. You be looking like a thing of magic, so she call me my picture, shawty, not even nice, you're hottie or.
You know who you are, stop talking crap behind people's back. That's weird because you never prompted me about this tweet, and even when you were confronted about it, you asked me why I was on your Twitter, like I wasn't supposed to see it. And also, weren't you talking behind Blue's back? Blah blah blah, I'm acting like a god, I'm gonna get exposed? Well, that's ironic. So basically, Zestyy and I were playing Fortnite. Zestyy decided to go live. First few hours were fine until Vex hopped into the chat begging for moderator privileges. We said no, but he kept begging. At some point, I had to mute him. A few minutes passed and Loki asked if him and Vex could join the game. Naturally, we agreed. Long story short, we got into a lot of arguments and I respect Zestyy for trying to calm us down. At some point, Ft.Zestyy joins the call and it just becomes more chaotic, so I kick them. Vex tries to continue the argument in live chat. Yeah, that's how desperate he was. More trash talk later, a message from Bub, and he tells me that Ft.Zestyy told him that I said that he only uses presets. In response, I rightfully go off on Ft.Zestyy. In one of the arguments I had with Vex, he said that I was retarded, and I called him out for using the word as a substitute for stupid.
I know it's a dick move, it's because you're fucking a retard.
What does me being mentally ill have anything to do with—
But in this sentence, I meant what I said. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, with Vex trying to start and stop arguments. Somehow. I hope you realize where I'm coming from, so with all that said, let's get right into this rant. So first thing I want to address is Vex's attitude. While Vex might paint himself out as a victim to a tragic tale of how he lost someone who he has been with since the beginning. I'm sorry, I can't. Just to give you some reference.
It's my birthday. I don't really care, but happy birthday anyways.
Or how about that one time that he told someone who's dealing with depression that no one cares about their sob story? Or how about how he named his conversation with Peter autism.png? But I'm not done yet, because the next topic is about his compulsivity to lying. In the intro, I read to you a tweet that Vex released about me. But what I didn't tell you is what he tells people. Basically, he's saying that I'm a bad person because I talk crap about Ft.Zestyy behind his back, when I already talked to Ft.Zestyy and only uploaded a screenshot of the conversation. But that's not the worst part. The worst part is how he talks behind people's backs as well.
But Blue's a fool. He lets fame get to his head.
And the cherry on top is how he says that it's not racist to say the N-word, hard R, unless it's derogatory towards a black person. Then the next day, they call me the N-word.
All women are queens. If she breathes, she's a thought.
My mouth is getting dry from all this salt. I'll just pass it to Zestyy while I get some water.
Alright, so this is nothing personal against Ft.Zestyy. I mean Vex. Sorry, Ft.Zestyy follows Vex everywhere. It's kind of hard to tell them apart sometimes. But I do think he was a big part of the problem. He continued the argument for over 2 hours of my stream, which was just supposed to be me and Menlion playing games, tweets about it, and shows a screenshot of private messages out of context. And after leaving the Discord and the argument ends, he joins my live chat and then starts talking about Menlion again. And then Ft.Zestyy, who joined the chat later, started a whole nother argument where he straight out lied to Bub about Menlion, saying that he uses presets. And after all of that, the argument carried over to a COUG Discord where Vex decided to kick Menlion 3 times because he just doesn't know how to resolve things by using his words. And throughout the whole argument, he switches his position to make him seem like the better person, going from constantly trying to attack Menlion to then being the victim and saying,
"Oh, poor me, my friend's getting bullied, boo-hoo, Menlion is a bad guy."
And speaking of your friend, you know, the one that constantly shouts racial slurs, yeah, he left COUG because he was under the impression that everyone hated him. You wanna know where he got that idea from? An argument that you started. Your style of arguing makes 0 sense. For example, let's look at his video about Peter, a mentally handicapped commentator. Now I know why you made this video. You knew it would get views because, let's face it, you wouldn't have made a video on any other commentator, but all of a sudden when somebody with a disability comes along, you make a video on them. And then when you couldn't handle the backlash, your only argument was that you guys are friends and that he's okay with the video being up. That doesn't mean that other people aren't okay with it though. You might be a little surprised that I of all people are helping make this video, but after everything that happened and me being dragged into it, I feel like it was justified. Thanks to Menlion for having me. Hopefully he puts my channel link in the description or something. I don't fucking know, dude.
This video was something that I didn't think that I would have to make, but after all these lies being thrown around, I knew I had to do something. Sorry for no face cam, I just feel bad, and I look like crap. So thank you for watching, and this has been Menlion Does.
I don't wanna sign up, no way. I'll chill, getting commas. Like my dad, I'm a grinder. She don't